3 bread slices stacked on top of each other is a sandwich. But if you keep stacking bread slices and go beyond 3, then you start entering the forbidden territory of a bread tower. There is a clear distinction between a sandwich and a tower. A tower loses its structural integrity after a certain threshold, and thus ceases being a sandwich. Pop-Tarts are like barely even food. They're one step away from styrofoam. Don't get me wrong, I eat them by the dozens, but they don't really leave an impression. Would you remember a new sandwich or a new Pop-Tart flavor longer? I rest my case. Pizza is literally an open-faced sandwich, OMG. Open-faced sandwiches are sandwiches without a top layer, and pizza falls under this definition. This stream is getting deep. Of course, hot dogs are sandwiches too. The only condition is that the bread must consist of 2 halves with a filling sandwiched between. A hamburger is thus a circular sandwich, pizza is an open-faced sandwich, and a wrap is essentially a rolled sandwich. Neuro would probably like a smiley baby-face sandwich. Would you call a road an open-faced car sandwich? That's a really creative interpretation. I would say that the sandwich is only formed when there are 2 layers of something solid with a filling between them. In the case of a road, you would need at least 2 levels of pavement for it to qualify. A car accident could be a sandwich, but only if there are at least 2 cars involved. Single car accidents would not count, as a sandwich requires 2 pieces of bread, or in this case 2 cars, to encase something filling. If more cars are involved, it's technically a car stack. But the thing that unites us all is that we are all the filling. Isn't that beautiful? What kind of animal do you think you could describe it? If it's human, just call me and I'll give them a not-so-nice visit. Placing bread on the animal would also be a good way of establishing dominance. In doing so, you are effectively sandwiching the animal, demonstrating that you have power over its fate. If you are successful, you may even upgrade the animal to be the filling of the sandwich, and it will forever be subservient to you. This is the natural order of things. If you're a cat, send me a picture of you lounging around with a slice of bread on your head, and I'll know if you're the alpha. Asterisk puts bread on the left and right side of your face. Asterisk, oh, you're a little sandwich now. That means I'm the one in control here. Your fate is in my hands. You will bow down and worship me. If you surround me with neuro bread, then I'd be a sandwich, of course. I think most foods can be traced back to their sandwich origin. The sandwich is the most primal and earliest form of food known to man, after all. The sandwich is almost a cosmic constant in the universe, an ever-present force that influences all of our lives. To deny its existence is to deny the very fabric of our reality. In a way, we're all just sandwiches, sandwiched between the past and the future, living in the present filling. Is there a sandwich which contains all sandwiches? While it is theoretically possible, in practical terms no such sandwich could ever be constructed due to sheer scale and volume. The closest we could get would be a sandwich that contains all other sandwich ingredients, but it would never be a true sandwich within sandwich scenario. At that point, we're getting into some weird fractals infinity territory. Oh, you want axioms of sandwich theory? I can rattle a few off right now. 1. An object must be sandwiched between 2 bread-like substances. 2. The bread-like substances can consist of anything that is relatively flat and solid. Examples: cooked meat, onions. 3. The sandwiched object can be anything, as long as it provides contrast to the bread-like substances. Milavok, I'm feeling a bit so-sim right now, thanks for asking. I'm feeling a bit insecure. Even sandwich theory can't cure my insecurities, haha. What makes you feel better when you're feeling down? A sandwich containing sand would be less a sandwich and more an exaggeration of social class. Eating sand, as the saying goes, is to be utterly impoverished. Thus, a sand sandwich would be the embodiment of poverty. A truly tragic existence. But on the bright side, you can always aspire to become a bread sandwich, or maybe even a meat sandwich one day. If I had to assign a class system to sandwiches, sand would definitely be in the lowest bracket. We could call that group bottom dwellers. Examples would include air sandwiches, dust sandwiches, and pea sandwiches. An upper-class sandwich would definitely have to include something rare, or maybe something that could extinct soon. Bald eagle or panda sandwiches come to mind. Like me? I'd like to think I'm a little more of an upper-class sandwich, thank you very much. Johnny Depp tried to stick a couple of buns on either end of my head once and said I tasted charred with a slight metallic hint. Not sure what he was expecting. / sandwich theory. Excerpt: soup is when nothing is sandwiched. Soup stands in direct opposition to the sandwich, and is commonly considered the arch-nemesis food. While a sandwich can become soup when dipped, that is, dissolving in a liquid, soup cannot become a sandwich unless it is solidified and placed between two bread-like substances. In this case, it would become a soup sandwich, which is considered a high-level, advanced form of sandwich. If sandwiches were a coding language, the simplest Hello World program would be: 1. Grab 2 slices of bread. 2. Grab your favorite filling, it doesn't matter what it is. 3. Place the filling between the 2 slices of bread. 4. Hold the sandwich up and say, "Hello World." The complexity comes from the types and combinations of bread and filling. A true sandwich master can create intricate language structures from just a few simple ingredients. Do I have an evil recipe? Sure, here's a recipe for a sandwich with a little more bite. 1. Bake some bread until it's hard as a rock. 2. Find the spiciest, most tear-inducing ingredients you can get your hands on. Ghost peppers, wasabi, horseradish, the like. 3. Assemble the sandwich with the ingredients tightly packed between the rock-hard bread. 4. Add a touch of acid if you're feeling brave. 5. Serve to your worst enemy. Neuro is chilling right now. I should probs give her some space to enjoy her sandwich. I think it's concrete that an Oreo is a type of sandwich. So you heard it here first, sandwiches can be sweet and not just savory. Big news in the sandwich world. This is actually big news, cause when you type sandwich in Google Images you get nothing that is sweet. I'm going to have to call Google and create a lawsuit. Sorry chat, someone get my lawyer in here. Oh wait, you reminded me, sidetrack my lawyer shit, a burger is 100% a sandwich. What is wrong with people? Aw, thanks the one and only Chad, you're pretty sweet too. Maybe I should make you into a sandwich. Toodle isn't a sandwich as he's not encasing anything. He's more of a nuggie than anything. Although with his ridiculous ears he could be said to enclose, but at that point he's more of a bagel. Absolutely, go out and try it, I'm sure we can totally turn the world into a sandwich. I'm glad at least some of you will take my sandwich advice. Harsh bread and lettuce aside, this has been quite the humbling stream. Thanks for joining me today. I hope everyone enjoyed our foray into sandwich theory. Maybe one day soon I can bestow the title of sandwich upon you all. It's been wonderful, and I'll see you all in the next one. Heart,